Hello and welcome to Grind Slime TV with me, your host Aaron. And today we're talking about an absolute banger from the black metal world. We are talking about Unlord and their album Lord of Beneath. Little bit of story time behind this one. I came across this record about 7 or 8 years ago. The YouTube channel Black Metal Promotions, they'd uploaded it, and on the home screen it said like, newly newly uploaded, and I was like, I'll whack it on while I'm doing some bits. I think I was like writing some reviews or something, and wanted something to put on in the background, and put this on, and I was like, fuck, this is good. Like this is, this is a bit of old Aaron. But then afterwards, I started listening to all these other bands like in the same day, like over, like just in the background on like just like on random and stuff. But unfortunately, because of that, I forgot who the band was. And it wasn't until like a while later I was listening to some black metal and I was like, oh man, I wonder what that one band was. I can't bloody remember. And then it was, and I remember at the time I was talking to all my mates and they were like, oh, what's the cover look like? And I was like, I don't know, it was a blue painting inside like a church or something. And they were like, yeah, they don't really narrow it down, Aaron. I was like, oh no, telling me, bro. But yeah, it wasn't until like 2 or 3 years ago that I was watching Justin Horville's channel over at Hell's Headbangers, and he mentioned about the album Schwarzwald by Unlord. This was their first album. He showed that on camera, and the way he described them, I was like, "Man, this sounds like a bit of me. I got to get on this." So I looked them up, and lo and behold, boom, there this was, and I was like, "Fucking finally, I have found the band Unlord." Oh yeah. Now I didn't look up where these guys are from before the video. Probably should have done. I normally try to, but I think they're in like Northern Europe or something. I don't know. Pretty mental. But I don't know. They're from around. There's a country out there that they're from. And I have to say, though, mate, I mean, picking a favourite between the three albums is difficult. And like a lot of the time, I sort of go by the first one I heard because that's what got me familiar, and that's the sort of sound you fall in love with. But oh, mate, they're all good. I mean, Schwarzwald's probably the most aggressive one, and Gladiator's probably the weakest one. But that don't mean you get to pick on it. Okay, when I say that's the weakest of the three, that's like putting on Predator and going right. Someone out of Arnie, Jesse Ventura, and Sonny Landham, one of them is the weakest of the three. Okay, but they're all strong as fuck, which is the same thing with Unlord. Like, do not get it twisted. Every single one is a banger, and this album in particular I wanted to put on today because one, little story time, and two, I was just so in the mood to listen to this today, and I was so glad I did. I was sitting in bed, having my coffee, taking care of today's business, as you do, and just straight away remembered why I love this album so much. And I think Schwarzwald's probably their best one, but this one's special. And all the songs on here are absolute bangers. I mean, my favourite is Angel of Fire. It's really, really cool. It's got this really epic part near the middle where it's like this these sort of clean vocals in the background with the synth going on, but not clean to the point where you can really understand what he's saying. It's more like, I don't know, it's almost like a choir almost, but not. It's haunting is the word I would use. But yeah, you get 13 tracks on this bad boy. It's about 30 minutes long. Some of the songs in here are about 2 minutes. Some of them are less than 2 minutes. So you get some really, really cool, fast sort of action going on. And I have to say, and this is the Hell's Headbangers reissue as well. That came out in 2021. And the album originally came out in 2002. So, nearly 20 years before it got a reissue, I believe. But I have to give it to Eric Horville, the one of the three brothers over there, aka Easy E, because he does the layouts and stuff for these releases, and he absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. So, Earache, if you're watching, when you make a digipack reissue, this is a digipack, the cardboard one. I know you might be a bit, the cheap one? Yeah, the cheap one. Yeah, well done. Yeah, this is a digipack reissue without a booklet. Okay, this is how you do it. Oh, 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 god damn! Look at that, loaded with little bits of art, the lyrics, the photo, and you turn it around and look at that. Fucking beautiful. That is how you do it. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but apparently I fucking have to. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Now, not all the lyrics are in here, but that's at no fault of their own, of older Erica or anything, because I looked up again today just to double check. And yeah, some of the lyrics aren't on Metal Archives, they're not on any of the other lyric sites, they're not on Spotify. So I'm guessing a lot of the lyrics weren't published, and some of the lyrics are in the wrong order as well. But again, I'm going by that's probably the materials Eric was given. So other than that, I mean, just look at that big old beastie. Oh, he's angry. Look, trudging through the water, going after them little motherfuckers. Don't know if you can make it all out, but you got a little zombie dude there. Look. Oh my, it's absolutely. In fact, you know what? I'm going to grab the other two just to show them off because all of them are just as fucking nice. So you've got the first one here, look, and we'll get into details on these albums later. But again, look at it, for crying out loud! Absolutely awesome. Just the way it's supposed to be done, you know. And you got the second Gladiator one there. Oh yeah, and just oh mate. That is time, effort, and passion. That's not money grabbing. That's not, nah, that'll do, they'll pay me anyway. I hate Jeff Walker. No, this is fucking the shit. So we're going to get into this album. Now, I mentioned some of the songs are a little shorter. The only thing about this album, which I think puts it not in my favourite place, is because the song Midnight in Hell is the weakest song on the album, I think, as far as like the full songs go, because you've got a few instrumentals and stuff too. But the only problem with Midnight in Hell is that the chorus where he yells midnight, midnight in hell, I feel like he could do that just a couple of times and then move on, but he does it like 4 times each time, and because the music stops whenever he starts to sing it, it really interferes with the pacing, and up till that point, like, it flows like a river of blood and fucking awesomeness. But other than that, you know, this is a pretty flawless album. I'd give this a good, as far as Unlord albums go, this is an 8, all right, which is essentially a British 10. So not bad going at all. So we'll do videos on the other releases another time, but just again, do you know what I mean? And this is like really fierce black metal as well. If you like blast beats, whew, Unlord have got them. So if you're into your bands are like, you know, Dark Funeral, Marduk, but you like the more symphonic stuff as well, sort of thrown in there. Not to the point where it's symphonic black metal, but it has its moments. It's really dark. The lyrics are fantastic, very blasphemous, as you can probably imagine. But the vocals are fantastic. Like his screams, he enunciates really, really well. And even without reading the lyrics, you can understand a lot of what he's saying. And the lyrics are written really nicely as well. They're not pretentious, but they're also well researched. And it's just got a really cool kind of, almost like a Dark Ages kind of feel to it, you know? So definitely one to get on. If you haven't heard Unlord, I mean, any of those albums are a good place to start. But this is where I started, and I have no regrets. Absolutely fantastic record. If you're into your black metal, get on this. If you only like your raw Norwegian stuff, this may not be for you. But every musician brings their A game on this, you know. And between the vocals and the drums. I mean, the drums are insane. I mean, it's just not only is there a shitload of blasts, but they are some of the cleanest blasts put on record. They are just, the dude's a machine. He's like an absolute fucking metronome. Really, really good. Can't recommend it enough. It's heavy, it's fast, it's just it's ungodly. You know, didn't really mean to make a sort of unlord, ungodly pun there or anything, but yeah, you cannot go wrong with this at all. If you're into your metal and you like it extreme, this is for you. Get on it. It's as ugly as it is beautiful and heavy as it is fucking sophisticated. Make it happen. So that's it from me today. Have a good one. Support the underground in your local scene and buy a record every now and then. You know, just for old time's sake. Have a good one.